Hey guys, so I don't have a ton of time for a video right now, like a proper video. Things have been very hectic lately. I've been very busy. I'm still making my way through Buddha. That'll be the next review. I'm a little more than halfway through, so you know, it'll be done when it's done. But I wanted to briefly talk about Kaguya-Sama Love is War, specifically Season 3, which just ended. Now, there have been a lot of great shows and movies that came out this year so far. Like, movie-wise, we've had The Batman, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Northman, Top Gun. I just saw The Black Phone. That was amazing. TV shows, we've had The Boys continue to be amazing under the banner of Heaven. For all its problems, I still really enjoyed seeing Ewan and Hayden back together again. But more than all of those, it was Kaguya that brought me joy almost every single week, both in the manga, which continues to be in its final stretch, continues to constantly keep surprising and keep things fresh, and of course Season 3 of the anime, subtitled Ultra Romantic. This is something I had been waiting for a very, very long time. This is what I feel is probably the best part of the manga. There are definitely points that come very close to this, but I mean this was it, man. This was a massive climax turning point of the series, and I've just been so excited for ages to see what A1 did with it. And as you would assume, my very high expectations were absolutely met. I think they did a phenomenal job adapting this content. Everything hit right where it needed to. But before I talk about that and get into a few spoilers, I just want to express how happy I am that they've announced more Kaguya anime. We don't technically know if this is going to be season 4 or like a movie or something, but I was genuinely very concerned that this would be it. Because when you look at a lot of rom-com adaptations, they rarely actually finish and complete the whole manga. Even, you know, like really popular rom-coms rarely see, you know, like an actual, like, full adaptation. But they didn't slap on any nonsense original content at the end of this one, and they did confirm we will be getting more. Whatever form that is remains to be seen, but I am very hopeful for a proper continuation and adaptation of the rest of this manga, because believe it or not, the anime is only about halfway through the content of the manga right now, so there is still a while to go. Anyway, now I'm getting into spoilers, not for the manga, but for this season of the anime. Get lost. Obviously, the confession was the big climax, what this whole season was building up to. It's really been building up since the start of the series, and I'm sure it was very difficult to pull it off as well as Akasaka did, but he did. It's wonderful. It's so satisfying. So much thought went into it. Shiragani's whole plan, orchestrating the whole culture festival. It's just brilliant, and I love how this whole season felt like a complete narrative arc. And as per usual, they achieved this by rearranging some of the contents of the manga and cutting out a few of the more inconsequential chapters. I wish we would still get every chapter animated. Of course we don't, but you know, at the end of the day, I understand the restraints of seasonal anime and how, you know, they want to tell a more complete story in the season, so I understand them cutting chapters where they need to. But I do think they divided the chapters up pretty well, and this worked great as a standalone season. Finally got to see Maki and Tsubame, the former being one of my favorite characters in the series. I love how she's introduced at the start of the season, and she kind of acts as the spark for Shirogane and Ishigami's relationship goals in this season, because she's very much a punching bag character, but she also really puts into perspective what Shirogane and Ishigami might lose if they don't confess to their love interests, and the friendship the three of them form is absolutely wonderful. But of course, it's really only Shirogane's story that, you know, resolves this season. The stuff with Ishigami and Tsubame is still up in the air. They're hinting stuff with Miko going on. She didn't have much of a big role in this season, but don't worry, Miko fans. Don't worry. But yeah, all around, just a super job adapting Akasaka's work. As per usual, they went so hard. They went way harder than they needed to. Kaguya is not one of those series that you need Sakuga in every episode for, but they do it anyway because it deserves it. And I could not be happier with how this all turned out. So yeah, I just wanted to give a brief thoughts. Nothing super in-depth right now because I don't have much time. Obviously, when the manga does end, which I'm still assuming is coming this year, it always feels like it's at the climax, but then it just keeps going. Not in a bad way, I'm not complaining at all, but it'll get here probably sooner rather than later. And when that happens, of course, I'm going all out. But for now, I will continue to enjoy it. I hope more people continue to get into it now that it's ending. I'm very, very excited that after the manga ends, we now have more anime content to look forward to, and I hope it continues to be one of my favorite adaptations out there. So leave your thoughts on Season 3 Ultra Romantic in the comments down below, and I will see you guys soon.
Daddy, daddy, do anything for you. There's so many things left to say. I won't miss, but a kiss is dangerous, bitch. Even so, we will gone. When you call my name, boy, it's the pain of faith. I just pray this love never ends.